Alright, today we're going to be learning how to make a cheap camera dolly, a nice do-it-yourself project to help work on your filmmaking. I'm the photographer trying to figure out how to do this, and today I brought on my brother, the Georgia Tech engineer, Devin Ron, to help me with all the engineering aspects of this, which I would definitely not think of going forward. Alright, to assemble our dolly, we've got two 2-feet pieces of PCB, 3 T-bars, 2 elbows, a set of rollerblade wheels, cement pieces, a tripod head, a bag of screws, nuts, and bolts, and then our test sample that we put together, which is a head, a wheel, and a few nuts and bolts.
What you're gonna need for the project is a marker to mark the PCB pipe. You're gonna need a tape measure to measure halfway on it. You're gonna need a drill in order to drill into the head. Then you're gonna need a wrench to tighten the bolts into the assembly, hacksaw in order to cut the PCB pipe, and a clamp to help with gripping the head and for also cutting the PCB pipe.
Alright, so this was our test field to make sure that we could assemble it properly. So the thing is basically you're gonna make sure you can screw the screw through the end of the PCB pipe so you can eventually attach this into the end of the PCB pipe and that all 4 wheels can spin.
Well, Jonathan, this is called a bolt,
okay,
not a screw.
Ah,
and
of course,
these little things that go on are washers.
Not dryers?
No.
Okay.
And things you screw onto, those are nuts.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So what you're gonna need is the rest of your end caps, the rest of the wheels, bolts, washers, 1 of each, and you're gonna end up drilling a hole through the end cap, and then you're gonna put a washer on the end of the wheel and then stick the bolt through. And once this is drilled, you're gonna put it onto here and you're gonna end up using the wrench to tighten the assembly together. All right, so sometimes it might help out to use a smaller drill bit as a pilot hole for the bigger one. So we're gonna change that out real quick and do that first. That was a fail. All right, so what you want to do next is a little trick where you can put your bolt into the driver, and then you're gonna want to clamp down on the head so that you can thread these. Now for the last part of the assembly, you're gonna take the wheel, you're gonna put a washer right over the hole on one side, and then you're gonna take the bolt and stick it through the other side so it goes through the washer. And then you're gonna stick this on top of the end cap, and you're gonna hand tighten first until it gets hard to do, and you're gonna take the wrench and get it the rest of the way. All right, and what you need this washer for is it's gonna have the little bit of separation that you need on top of this end cap so that there's not friction against this main part of the wheel that would prevent it from rolling smoothly. So there you go, the washer, bolt, put it on top of the end cap, line up the hole, try to hand screw it for a little bit. Once it gets tough, use the wrench to go the rest of the way once it's in. Now that you got it tightened down, take it out of the assembly. So it's not spinning too well right now. You can loosen up a little bit, and there you go. All right, Jonathan, I made your 4 wheels. What do you need me to do next?
All right, the next step, Devin, is going to be very similar. So same kind of process as the wheels drill in the bolt through the end cap is we now have to drill another bolt through this last 5th end cap, because this is going to be the piece that we put the tripod mount of the dolly on, so then we can eventually put the camera on top of this.
We end up running into an issue. It's gonna be difficult to get this bolt through the bottom just because you don't have anything that can screw it in easily. And you need that to go into the bottom of this tripod head.
So basically when I bought all this stuff, I bought the screws and the caps at different times, unfortunately. So basically, as what Devin just said, in a very simple way, is the problem is this screw isn't long enough where trying to screw it in the reverse kind of way, which we have been with the wheels, we're not gonna have any way to connect this to the screwdriver. What's this? Drill, the drill. Yeah, we have no way to connect the bolt to the drill where we can successfully get this to the cap and then get the tripod head on it. So ways you could improvise around this is you could super glue this to the top. That's the simple man way. Or what we're gonna try to do is basically make the hole in the top of this wide enough where we can just slip the bolt screw through, words, and then just kind of tighten them together at the intersection. We'll get through the rest of this build, but the next part is to actually build the base of the actual dolly. So for this, we're gonna need the PCP pipes. You're gonna need a saw or something to cut the pipes, and then the marker and tape measure to mark off exactly where you need to on each pipe. Now, because I didn't think of this when I bought the pieces, these won't connect to each other, even though we're eventually gonna need them to. So we're gonna have to cut little segments of PCP pipe that will eventually go snug between these two, so we get firm connections. Bam.
I'll give Jonathan a couple tips and tricks on how to clamp and cut before he goes off on his own. So here we go. You want to clamp it to the edge of the table. You want a little bit sticking out for where you're cutting. Grab the hacksaw and you can hold down this side. And first what you want to do is make a couple back strokes to make a little groove. It's easier for you to cut. You want to keep a little bit of an angle down. Have long strokes. There you go.
Well, Devin, we can't dolly on this any longer. I guess we gotta build.
Well, show me what you're trying to make.
All right, let's see what we got. Boom. Next piece. These all the same height? Yeah. This is so janky. Boom. Wheel.
Wheel.
Wheel me again.
Wheel.
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 Oh, God. Bam.
You know, a little janky putting together, but it looks pretty good from far away, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it looks stable enough, so all we gotta do is mount the camera to it now. Then we got a working camera dolly, Devin. Let's go test this out. So those are the cool smooth shots that you could actually get with your homemade do-it-yourself Camera Dolly. Is that any good?
Sounds very good to me.
No, is the cereal any good?
Of course.
Honestly, one of the few cereals you can eat without milk.
You know,
But since we're in a time crunch, I'll let you get on with the rest of your day and let's recap. Hang on, it's not.